This one you have trees. And what you have is you have a grid of trees. The pounds are trees and the dots are open space. And this is a map of like a field. And you're going to ride a toboggan down this hill. And you want to see how many trees you'll hit on the way down. And you're going to take this pattern and repeat it to the right many times as necessary. So it makes a big wide field. And so the first thing we're going to do is have a slope right 3 and down 1. So as you do right 3 and down 1, you start at the corner. 1, 2, 3 to the right and down 1, you'll hit this. 3 to the right and down 1, you'll hit this. That was a tree. You got an O and an X and an O and an X. You follow this path, and you want to count how many trees you hit. So this one, you'll hit 7 trees. So the first thing is to set up that. Now, I was interested, when I did this myself, I made a text file containing this data, and I put it on my server and downloaded it. But I just Googled, and it says here that you can create a text file in Colab. So let me go and find those instructions and see if I can understand them. How to create a text file in Colab, you click the folder icon, right-click in the file, and select New File. Let's see if that works. That would be nice. So, all right. So in Colab, here's the File pane. Right-click, and I don't see an option to make a new file here. What does this do? Mount Drive. Ah, there it is, New File. Okay, that creates a file. I'm going to call this trees 1. All right, and now how am I going to edit it? All right, can I double click it? Oh, I double click it. No, that's the README. If I double click trees, I think I can just paste in there. Let's try that. So here's my data. I just want these lines. Right click, copy. Can I paste? Yes, I want to allow. Very good. All right, that works. So there's my data in a table called trees, in a file called trees1. That's cool. Now, we know how to read a file like that. That's going to be this here. Trees1 is the name of the file. So that should open it to read as F, and then lines will be F of read lines. And then to see if it works, I'm going to print lines sub 0 and just see what we get. And file not found, trees1. Well, that's rude. Do I have to close this and save it or something? File not found, but it is, it's in sample data. I wonder if I have to give the sample data folder here. Sample data. Maybe that will do it. There we go. Okay, so I got that. And if I print, okay, so now if I want to see them all, I'll do for L in lines, print L. And that should give me a diagram of all of it, which I can compare to the problem statement and make sure I've got it all right. That's cute, okay. But I think I have an extra carriage return and line feed at the end, making these blank lines. So I think I want to do strip. That's usually the case. Yeah, now I'm getting the right stuff. And that looks pretty good. Let's just pull this, whoops, not that way. I got to drag it a little further. There we are. I want that to be in a separate window so I can compare these two. Looks pretty good. I got 2 in the first line and 3 and 3 and 4. Okay, looks like it's pretty good. All right. So now I'm just going to try and move down this line. So I'm going to put path equals nothing, and then x equals 0, y equals 0, and then, and you go until you hit the bottom. So for, if I take x from the top, I'll say something like this, for x in range of length of lines. That should do it. that would get me to the bottom, counting through the x's. And then for each one, it'll be y. So I'm going to take path plus equals line. Okay, let's see. We're got a little trouble here. I'm going to create these strip lines. So what I'm going to do is I'm not just going to print lstrip. I'm going to make a new array called ls, which will be cleaned up. ls is going to be a cleaned up list of strings, and ls is going to get append l.strip. There, now I'll have those so I can refer to them later, because what I want to do down here is I want to take ls sub x, which is going to be getting me to the right line, and then I want to move to the right by y, so that'll be, I think, just y. So I think that'll do it. I think now, when I'm done with that, the path variable is going to be a list of all the things I ran into. Let's see if that's true. That looks pretty simple. Let's see if that works. Oh, I got to print extra before it, so I know, let's just print a blank line before it. Print. So I can tell it from, okay, so there we are. And so it means here, 1, 2, 3 down, I should, that looks wrong. The original dot was a dot. Oh, I forgot to add 3 every time. So it just went straight down here. That's what it did. I forgot after each one of these, I want to take y up by 3. And what's going to happen is y is going to run off the end. So let's let that go. That's going to give me an error. Okay. So to prevent it from going off the end, I just need to make a modulus. And that's going to be modulus length of lines of ls sub 0, the horizontal length. That should do it. Now we'll just wrap around. So I think that'll do it. Y, you can't do all this at once. Okay. So y equals, yeah, right, I can't do it that way. I have to be a little more slow about this. Y equals y plus 3, there, modulus length. Okay, that should do it. Kind of messy, but I don't think it'll work. Yeah, so now I might be getting it right. I start here, then I go 1, 2, 3 to the right and down, so that would be a tree. Then I go 1, 2, 3, and yeah, the first 2 are dots, the next one's a tree, and I can now compare this to the example here. They said what's going to happen is you'll hit open, open, tree, open tree. Okay, then tree, 2 trees, then open, then 1, 2, 3, 4 trees. Yep, okay, so it works. So there's a way to create a path thing that follows the path. And you know, there's various things you can do down here. So the first one, you have to take a much bigger map. You'll see it here. There, a much bigger map, and navigate through it. And then you'll have to compare a whole bunch of different slopes here. So that should get you started on that one, which is a nice, fun project, I think. I'm going to stop this one.